name is Darlene and I have Parkinson's. Welcome to my bathroom. This is a very strange place to start a video. I'm going to do some TikTok cleaning hacks. I've only got 3 of them, so it'll be a very quick video. I was busy today. I went out grocery shopping and I just got tired. I went to Giant Tiger and I got myself a couple of dresses. Actually, one of them isn't even a dress. It's shorts with a flowy dress thing attached to it. So that's really different and I quite like it. And then I got a dress and a pair of capris and a little blouse. So I'm getting a wardrobe that fits me, so that'll be nice. One of the hacks that they were talking about is if you have essential oils. So I'm going to just show you. I'm going to turn this around and see if we can bring it down. Okay, there's the toilet roll. So what they suggest, I normally have Bill change the toilet roll because it's very difficult for me. But you take your essential oils and you just put a couple of drops on the inside of the toilet roll, and then when you put it back on, every time, oh that's lovely, every time you put it back on, then you use the toilet paper and the scent goes all around the room. See, so now when I pull that little roller, scent comes into the room. So that was the first one. Now I'm going to put you on pause because I have to go to the kitchen. Okay, we've moved to the kitchen. I'm sitting in a chair, which doesn't belong in my kitchen, but I'm having trouble with standing today. So I'm going to turn you around so that you can see into the sink. I've got a product from the Dollar Tree. It's same as like CLR. It's calcium, lime, and rust. And it's going to show how it can take all the grime from around your kitchen taps. So let me just move the ice cube tray. Bring it this way. Can you see? Yes, you can see that there. There. So now you just want to take this and spray it all around in here. Now you don't want to leave it too long because it will damage your sink and whatnot. But you can leave it for some time, like 2 or 3 minutes. So I'm going to do another. No, I'm not going to do the other hack. Yeah, I will do the other hack and then I'll tell a little story. Okay, so that's going to sit there while I do this. Now, how many of us have had Tupperware that we've stored red sauce in and you get it stained and you can't get it out? So we're going to take a little bit of Dawn. We're going to put it in. We're going to put a little bit of soap in it or water in it. We're going to put the lid on. And they assure me that this is going to work. Oh, hang on. I gotta put a little more water than that. I'm making lots of bubbles, but I don't have much water. Okay, there we go. A little bit more water. Now, let's put the lid back on. Boy, it's making a ton of bubbles, but I don't feel it having water in it. It's just making tons of bubbles. Okay, try that. I actually had to have Claudine bring me over some red sauce that she had made so that I could stain this because I didn't have any that were stained. I can't believe I purposely stained one. If it doesn't come off with this hack, then I've wrecked a Tupperware. All right, now let's just see how that did. Oh, let's just see. I think it took it off. It did. It took it off. So that worked out perfectly. All right, so that was that one. Let's try and take this CLR off. See if it comes nice and clean. And if it does, we've had a successful day, but I will tell you a story. Oh, see that's taking that off really nice. it's one of those places that, you know, it just gets kind of built up in there, and it's hard to get it off of. I just want to wipe the backsplash down a little bit too, and then I'll just do it with water. We haven't had our supper yet. I got it in the oven, and boy, it's sure smelling good. I'm doing scallop potatoes and ham. I actually made the scallop potatoes and the ham at 4 o'clock in the morning. I didn't have them in the oven at that time. I just got them all prepared and put them in the oven just when we needed to this afternoon. But I was up in the nighttime and I had energy, and I knew that I was going to be busy today, so I thought, get them done when you got the energy. So that's what I did. Okay. Now, how does that look? I think that looks good. All right, let me just dry it a little bit. Okay. I think that did really well. Okay, there we go. So that was a success. I'm going to turn you around. I'm going to sit down and tell you a story. Oh, okay. Please excuse the mess. I had to empty my sinks out. I'm going to tell a story about when I was working at Pacific Truck and Trailer. It was quite a distance from home, and I had to drive every day. So I was on my way, and when I was just about at work, there was a road that it came to a fork in the road, and the trucks went down on the lower road, and the cars went up the steep hill to the top, because the trucks would have trouble getting up that hill. Well, anyway, this particular day, the lower road had flooded. So they had a traffic sign person that was standing there saying, you know, slow, stop, or whatever, and he was telling people to go up the upper road. So I was traveling along. There's the two lanes, because the trucks are going to go in the lower one, the cars are going to go up. So I'm going to go up, and this big, huge lorry was right beside me to go down. Well, the sign person was frantically signaling to him, like, no, you've got to go up, you've got to go up. So this silly man in the Aero Transport truck merged into the lane, did not see me. I guess I was in his blind spot, didn't see me, and he merged into where I was. Well, the traffic guy thankfully saw it. What happened was the big lug nuts on his big truck caught a hold. I had a strip that went down the side of my car that was kind of metal, with a little bit of rubber around it and whatnot. It was just a decorative thing so that if you opened your door, you wouldn't bang your door and make a dent. Well, the big lug nut caught a hold of a little edge of this thing and just wound it up like a can, you know, how you would open a can of ham. It just wound it up like a tin can, except for that I was now attached to his truck. Of course, he didn't feel it because he was, you know, so big, he wouldn't feel that at all. So this little sign man, he jumped in front of this truck and he put the sign up saying, stop, stop, stop. Well, he stopped. I was, meanwhile, couldn't hardly think what to do. I couldn't think to blow on the horn. I just panicked because I see that there's telephone poles coming up, and as he was merging into my lane, he was pushing me off of the road, attached to his truck, pushing me off the road, and here comes these telephone poles. I thought I was done for. But anyway, he jumps out of his vehicle when this sign person tells him to stop, and he's not too happy, and he jumps out and he goes, I can't make it up that hill if I don't have a running go at it. What are you doing, you know? And he said, do you understand? He said, you've got a woman's car attached to the side of your vehicle. Well, the guy came around, and meanwhile, I can't get out of my car because, I mean, I'm attached. My driver's side is attached to his car or his truck. And so he comes around to the passenger side. He said, oh my God, I'm so sorry. He did not even know that I was there. And I couldn't think hardly anything other than I was going to be late for work. And so he says to me, he says, listen, I really don't want this to go through insurance. He said, myself or the company will pay for everything that has to be done. But he said, please don't, involve the police and make a report and whatnot. And I said, well, I said, I have to get to work. So I said, I'll go to work. But I said at 5 o'clock, if I haven't heard from anybody from your company or you, I gave him my number and I said, if I haven't heard anything by 5 o'clock, I said, I will be making a report on my way home. So anyway, during the day, I heard from his company and they said, you take it into this particular shop and they'll take care of it. And I went and I took it to that shop. They paid for the fixing of all the stuff. And then they paid to have somebody paint the vehicle as well, the Mako painting. But I laughed because I had a little sticker on the side of the car that said unleaded gas or something like that, you know, on the fuel tank cover. When they painted the car, because you could never match the color, it was, you know, years old, they painted the whole car, right? They didn't just paint the damaged area, they painted the whole car. Well, they didn't take the sticker off, so as they painted it, I had a little spot that had a sticker underneath the paint. It's pretty crazy. But anyway, I said every time I see an Aero transport truck now, I just go, oh, I remember the day that I nearly got run off the road with that. Anyway, that's my story for today. I hope you enjoyed these cleaning hacks, and we will see you all tomorrow.